Meet Mark, the IT guy. He uses Jumpcloud to do computer stuff at his job.
Okay, hold on. I do more than just computer stuff. I make work happen. Anywhere people are, anytime they need a hand, really. Like Jay and Kiki, who started today. Before they fed the fur babies, I've automated their onboarding. That means they'll have access to all their logins, everything they need to make magic. Or when Travis from the dev team had to add new engineers to meet a deadline that came out of nowhere. Typical, right? I added workflow automation to give the right access to the right people right on the spot. Not to brag, but it was pretty smooth. Oh, and Allie from payroll, always forgetting her passwords. Happens to everyone, let's be real. But since I enabled single sign-on and multi-factor authentication, not only does Allie have one unified login, but I sleep like a baby knowing that access is secure. So whatever it is, whatever work looks like, I'm there making it happen. Coordinating, simplifying, connecting, it's all big picture from a single unified platform.
Jumpcloud. I make work happen.
College is more than just computer stuff.
Everybody for being here today on our first session with our colleagues from Jumpcloud. We are hosting the session today to authorize our partnership with Jumpcloud as a platform, also to present it to the audience here, to the people who don't know what Jumpcloud is. We're going to give a brief overview of the platform. We're going to have a couple of fireside chats explaining how the platform can help people. I'm very thankful for everybody that gathered here today that was able to come from their own personal time. I'm very thankful for our colleagues who are going to be streaming this session online. So everybody that is online as well, thank you for joining to our session. My name is Jeffco, and I'm part of the Cloud Office team. And I'm going to be joined today by many of Jumpcloud's representatives as well as our own. And we'll start with our short agenda for the day. We're going to have a fireside chat between our own Cloud Office CEO and Jumpcloud CEO. There's going to be a little networking break between that. We can have a little mingle. There's coffee, some lunch there, guys, if you're hungry. We're going to have a panel discussion with my colleague, Ezekiel Hornstein, channel manager from Jumpcloud. We're going to have a panel discussion about securing the future by using Jumpcloud and how that can be implemented into your organization. Starting off, with a tough topic. So, past couple of years, there's been an increase, a large increase, an influx of cybersecurity threats, coming to jeopardize any kind of organization. So these threats, there's a saying that cyber criminals only target large enterprises, but that is truly not the fact. Cyber criminals are targeting everything that is vulnerable, from devices, from computers, from your identity. So this can be a Fortune 500 computer, this can be a small and medium-sized business, this can be even your own personal computer. They really don't care, guys. So what happens if you get breached, yeah? So it's going to hurt your wallet, actually. And there's, in the US, 4-point-something million is the average cost of a data breach. And this is not just the cost that your company is going to pay for your data to be back, for the ransomware. This is cost for the downtime that you're going to be having, the cost of not being able to fulfill orders, and probably any kind of proprietary software and data that you have might be now stolen. So what do you do in this case? So enter Jumpcloud to the picture, yeah? It's been trusted by organizations across the world, over 200,000. More than 160 countries have started to adopt Jumpcloud as a platform, and more than 850 employees that they currently have all around the globe. We've partnered with Jumpcloud so we can offer something seamless, something that your users will love because it will give them access to their devices, to their work software, so they can get the job done. Your HR will love it as well, your IT teams, because it will give them this seamless integration of your organization with Jumpcloud, seamlessly onboarding and offboarding users into your organization and giving them the right tools to use to get the job done. So, without any further ado, I will ask for our two CEOs to jump into the picture. We have a fireside chat, which we're going to do. So please, Raj, he's the CEO of Jumpcloud, and we have Dimitar as well, our co-founder, and we'll have as well Ivo Zimbilev, our marketing director, who will lead this fireside chat. Just turn it off. Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, thank you guys, and I will leave you.
Thank you so much, Živko and Raj. Once again, thank you for visiting us and be able to share a bit more about your vision, your future plans, and the genesis of the partnership with Cloud Office. Before we start into the future, a bit of an ad hoc question, and I love the story about how Jumpcloud was founded you shared with me last night. Can you tell us this background in front of the audience here, and then obviously share the vision in terms of what is the future looking like to your perspective for Jumpcloud?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me here. First time in Sofia, and it's wonderful to be here. I live in the U.S., so it's wonderful to come and see the team at Cloud Office and come and visit with all of you. So thank you for doing that. And for joining us here today, so I appreciate that. So in terms of how the company got started, I actually had the idea for Jumpcloud in 2007, 2008, and the idea really came to me when my previous company, we were working on doing an integration with directory solutions. And the team that I was working with, I asked them, who are we integrating with? And they said, well, we're going to integrate with Microsoft Active Directory. And I said, okay, good. What other products are we going to integrate with? And then they said, no, you don't understand. There's really only one solution that exists. And to me, that was a red flag. Usually markets have multiple products in them and people have choice. They have the freedom to choose whatever is best for them. But in this market, it was just one product. And so I started coming up with the idea of could we build an alternative solution to give people choice, to give them a better solution that worked for them. But ultimately, we couldn't figure that out in that time frame because everything was on-prem and everything was Windows. But then fast forward to 2014, 2013, and the world had changed. Google Apps had come into the picture, AWS had come into the picture, we had mobile phones, smartphones, Wi-Fi, a lot more web applications, and we were all moving around a lot more. So I think, between 2007, 2008, and 2013, 14, we travel much more. And today, everybody travels quite a bit. And part of what we believed is really interesting is to create a solution that would allow people to get their jobs done, to connect to whatever applications, devices, cloud infrastructure, resources they need to connect to, and do that safely and securely. So the concept really was, how could we shift Active Directory, which was on-prem and for Windows only really, and how could we shift that to the cloud, make it independent, make it work for anything that somebody might want to connect to. So our vision really was truly to take something that was legacy, convert it to something more modern, and then make it independent so that we could let our customers have freedom of choice. They could use whatever technology was best for them, whether that's Mac, whether that's Google, whether it's AWS, whether it's whatever cloud web application that they may want to use. And that was very important to us, is to give all of you that freedom to go get the job done with whatever is best for you.
Great. Thank you so much, that inspiring story. Dimitar, can you share and tell us more about Cloud Office and its journey to digitally transform the local businesses and the tools that they've used, and how actually, from your perspective, before I ask the very same question to Rajat, how actually, what were the critical prerequisites for that partnership to start, and how do you see that adding towards Cloud Office portfolio?
Sure, thank you. 4 years ago, we started Cloud Office with the idea of actually helping businesses locally here in Bulgaria and CE region to change the old way of working by partnering with Google, and Google Workspace was actually our first product that we started, and we've always been with the idea that just reselling a product doesn't make us a true partner to our customers, but rather adding value and ensuring our customers are actually seeing the ROI of their investment faster, using and adopting the products in different and much better ways. Then we moved into Google Cloud, where we built quite an extensive capability, delivering from architecture to complex data projects and nowadays generative AI. And we've always been driven by the needs of our customers and the feedback we actually receive from them. And I'm happy to see we have customers here who are actually the drivers of actually this partnership with Jumpcloud. They've explored the solution even before us. So they were actually pushing us to explore how we can partner with Jumpcloud, and this made absolutely no sense to not explore that. And Jumpcloud is solving quite complex problems in a very simple manner, I would say. It's making it easy for the customers to utilize their technology. It was a very natural product to become part of our portfolio, given that we always try to deliver the best-in-class technology. And the process of actually becoming a partner was extremely easy, although we had to cover different requirements. Obviously, Jumpcloud is not partnering with anyone everywhere. We are actually one of the 2 partners here in Central and Eastern Europe. The other one is in Czech Republic. And after completing that process, we became a Jumpcloud partner. And for the short time being, we are actually seeing quite a traction with the product. Customers are perceiving it very well. And as everything else we do, we are building our capability in terms of engineering, sales, etc., so we can actually deliver the product across our existing customers, and also obviously start working with new accounts in the region. There is quite an opportunity, I would say, and it's not a part of our portfolio which is kind of a separate thing. It complements all the rest of the products and services we provide to our customers, and yeah, pretty much that's how it happened.
Thanks, Dimitar. And you touched upon the product, and obviously Živko and Izzy are going to be speaking subsequently in greater details about it. But at the high level, Rajat, why should companies that are using hybrid or cloud-first approach consider Jumpcloud as a solution for their directory, identity, and device management needs?
Yeah, it's a great question. So look, I think the most important thing that an IT organization does is it connects people to the technology that they need to use to get their jobs done. So if you think about what is the core function of us in IT, what are we trying to accomplish? We're trying to make our people productive. We want them to be successful. We want them to be efficient. And so the question is, how can you do that as easily and as safely as possible, right? I mean, with security issues that we just talked about a few minutes ago, you've got people all over the world potentially using all kinds of different technology and solutions to make your business better, make your organization better. So the core thing that Jumpcloud is trying to do is trying to solve that problem. So we want to make it so that your team can be as productive as possible, and they can be as successful as possible with any technology that you think is the right technology for your organization. And so that's why people use Jumpcloud, is because it gives you the choice and the safety to use any technology and to do that as easily as possible within your organization.
Thank you. Thank you. So in terms of go-to-market, Rajat, what was the driver behind you looking into partnership models with local service providers and integrated service providers like Cloud Office? What were the key prerequisites for your perspective, and then why did you choose Cloud Office as a partner in the region?
Yeah, so obviously we've been incredibly fortunate as a company to grow so quickly and to have 200,000 organizations plus using our platform around the world. We're in 160 countries. We have almost 1,000 people in the company. But the truth is that we cannot, even as big as we are, we cannot support every single customer in every single region, every single country that our customers would be interested in working with us. And so it's been very important to us over the last couple of years to really find incredible partners that we can rely on to deliver Jumpcloud and to see us be successful in particular regions in the world. So when we think of Cloud Office, we think of you all being best in class in your region with the technology, with Google Workspace, with Google Cloud, and with working with the types of customers that we want to work with, which are generally more innovative, they're cloud forward, they're moving a little faster, they have more complex problems than maybe some of the old traditional organizations. And so we wanted to make sure that we found great partners in particular regions with incredible capabilities to deliver our solution to be successful with customers in that particular area. And so we're very proud that we've only partnered with a few people around the world. We don't partner with everybody. We partner with, we think, are the best-in-class organizations in a particular region, in a particular vertical, in a particular capability. And so that's the way we think about our partnership with Cloud Office.
Thank you. Thank you. So, Dimitar, from your perspective, what would be the key advantages that the clients are going to gain from working with and partnering with Cloud Office and Jumpcloud through that local relevance which Rajat just spoke about?
Well, I think it's actually exactly that. I think while Jumpcloud is obviously global organization, it's there in 160 countries. We are very relevant to the local market. We know the dynamics, and I would say one of the main differences, even in our other businesses, and why customers are actually choosing to work with a partner is actually because of that, because we are here. We can be in your office, we can sit with your team, we can understand your needs, map these needs against the most appropriate Jumpcloud solution, and drive the project through the value for the customer, actually not through pretty much we are shortening the time for a customer to take a decision, to implement and deploy the product, and then see the ROI faster without the need to actually going through a huge learning curve and trying to figure out everything by his own and his own team. Pretty much we are trying to reduce the internal team effort by having exactly very well trained engineers who have been through a lot of projects and they know all the nitty-gritty stuff. But not only that, we also try to participate in projects where we need to come up with custom solutions. And actually, this is a huge advantage of Jumpcloud, because what I've seen with other platforms, they're not that flexible. However, with Jumpcloud, given the size of the organization, they have the flexibility of a 50-people team, literally. And we can go ahead and try to talk about the roadmap, try to talk about new integrations, new connectors, etc. So it doesn't matter how big is the customer, it doesn't matter what they do or what's the industry, but it matters what's there in the roadmap and what's there for this particular customer. So I think that's the main benefit of a customer in terms of why going with a partner instead of working directly with Jumpcloud. Obviously, we do have other things like we know the local legislation, invoicing, consolidating all the things which from technical standpoint are not that important, but in the same time they create some easiness in the companies, especially in their accounting departments, commercials, etc. So, yeah.
Yeah, all those things are super important, right? I mean, we can't operate in 160 countries and have every single language covered, right? We can't have every single currency covered. We can't make sure that every sort of cultural interaction is appropriate, and we understand that, right? That's not something that we can understand across 160 countries. It's just too hard, right? So that's why you have great partners in the region that you can work with who can be the extension of Jumpcloud to, you know, our customers and to our partners here.
Great. So speaking about the regional traction and the joint go-to-market that we all have now, can you share, you know, what's your vision specifically to the region? How do you see the market dynamics? Whether there is any other particular country from both of your perspective you're seeing higher traction than the others, and what should we expect from that partnership in the region, not only in Bulgaria?
Well, I've only been here almost 24 hours, less than 24 hours, but I can tell you it is an incredibly vibrant, you know, area, right? So you feel it. You know, I walked around a little bit. I had dinner with you all last night. This morning, talking to some of you, it's a vibrant area. There's startups, there's aggressive innovation, there's new companies starting every day. There's a lot going on in the technology industry here. And I would say there's a lot going on in this whole region from a technology perspective. And, you know, what used to be, you know, 10, 15 years ago where technology was maybe done in Silicon Valley, but nowhere else in the world is totally untrue. There's incredible innovation going on all across the world. And I would say many emerging markets are where I think there's even more innovation going on. And this is a great emerging market. You know, we do a lot of business in India. We do a lot of business in Asia. Those are amazing, vibrant markets too. But I think that's sort of what the exciting part of being in these regions is, where there's so much innovation happening. There's so much growth. There's so much learning going on. And I think a lot of the technology solutions that people are looking for are the more modern, more unique solutions, not sort of just the complete traditional solutions.
If I may add to that, from our perspective, we are seeing a tremendous growth. Right, we have more than 5x growth year over year in terms of cloud consumption and adopting of cloud technologies, and not only in the digital natives sector and software product companies, but also traditional businesses are looking more and more into that kind of transformations and moving from traditional systems to modern technology. And that's not only in Bulgaria. If you, like a couple of weeks ago, we were in Poland for a Google Cloud summit with regional partners, and the fact that Google is investing in a data center in Greece and Microsoft is already there. Google has a huge team in Bucharest, in Romania. There are quite a few representatives nowadays based here in Bulgaria, although there is no formal office. I think it speaks for itself. So our region, I think, it's gonna be it's gonna catch up with Western Europe very soon, given that even if you look into the place where we are today, like there are more than 80 technology startups based here in the campus, and the ecosystem is growing significantly every year. So yeah, I see it more and more growing in terms of adopting that kind of technology.
I mean, I don't think people believe anymore that the only companies are going to come from Silicon Valley, right? I mean, the most innovative companies, I think people absolutely believe they're going to come from around the world, right? So they could come from Sofia, they could come from Prague, they could come from anywhere, right? It doesn't have to be in the US, and it doesn't have to be Silicon Valley anymore.
Actually, there is a proof of that sitting right in front of me, Cvetan, who is the, I don't know, is this working or? Sorry. Cvetan is representing Dronamics. He's the CTO of Dronamics, and we spoke a little bit about what these guys are doing. So it's a new industry, pretty much, that they are creating.
They're leading, yeah.
And they're leading and creating. So yeah, it's a great example of what kind of ideas and technology can come up from our region.
And the nice part about it is also you're trying to, I mean, your company's trying to make a difference in the world. It's trying to, you know, has a mission to help solve really important problems, right? And the use cases for your business can absolutely make an incredible difference for humanity. So those are the kinds of things that are happening all around the world, and that's really exciting. And that's why it's really exciting for me to travel to go visit all these different locations in all these different cities and get to meet all these different people who are doing really incredible, innovative things.
Great. So touching upon a particular use cases, and though I'm familiar with the answer, and obviously we are not at the stage we can disclose names and stuff, but is there any like particular company names, but could you share some at least high level perspective over the recent traction and how that partnership's evolved in terms of serving that value to customers, and whether there was a, you know, large news or almost right from the get-go of that partnership?
Is this question to me or?
Oh, it's to both of you, right? It's
okay, yeah.
It's how that all of what you have said right now transformed into an actual customer success story, which hopefully is going to be public soon enough.
I hope that, like, in the next couple of months, we'll be able to disclose and tell this story to the public pretty much everywhere, because it's a Bulgarian company, 1,000+ licenses, and this company has a huge impact on the local community, but as well as they're one of the main global players in what they do. And actually the process of selecting Jumpcloud as a solution for their need was, I would say, extremely straightforward, and it was like an extremely easy decision to take, given the fact that Jumpcloud is, I would say, although if you go on the website, you're going to see different kind of tiers, different features, functionalities, etc. It's actually super flexible, and it can, you can pretty much choose the features and functionality, and you don't need to pay for something which you'll not be actually using. So you can customize it in a way that fit exactly your needs, and I think that's making it very different compared to other SaaS solutions, given the expertise from the Jumpcloud professional services team, together with our engineers. I think it was a very compelling proposal for them, and obviously we reached a conclusion to start work together, and we are right now into the deployment stage of the projects. And yeah, as I said, I'll be super happy if we are able to share that success story a couple of months down the road.
I think the important thing that I would walk away with is, what's the impact that we together can have on an organization? And the real impact is, I think we can help make you more secure, for sure. One of the most important things that you have as jobs is to make sure that your technology is secure. So that's something that we can help a great deal with. We can help make it so that your team can onboard and offboard quicker and safer. That's really important as you're growing your organization, making sure that you have people who can be productive with their technology right away. If you're in an industry where compliance matters, so if you need SOC 2, or if there's other types of compliance that you need, Jumpcloud can help with that. So we can also help with remote work and hybrid work. So if you have that in your organization, how do your tools, how does your technology support that? Well, Jumpcloud can help that. So ultimately, I think when you walk away, I hope that you'll walk away thinking that Jumpcloud can help make your organization better. It can help make it more successful, it can help make your team more successful, but it can do that as safely and as securely as possible.
Thank you so much, Rajat and Dimitar. Any final thoughts you'd like to share before we move to the, I think we have time to take a few questions from the crowd if there are any, but before that, any conclusions, way forward, anything you want to share as remarks?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Raj for stopping by in Sofia. It means a lot for us to support us locally as a partner, as well as it shows a lot to the companies who are looking into that kind of a solution. And yeah, to conclude, I think our value proposition is very, very strong. And yeah, I would love to catch up with everyone who is like looking to explore the solution.
Yeah, so I'm absolutely delighted to be here. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being here. And I think, you know, we have such a big opportunity to see if we can help all of you and the community here. And so I'm truly excited about that. And as I said, you know, Jumpcloud is a very global organization. We have customers all over the world. We have teams all over the world, and that's very important to us to be able to work with many, many different types of organizations all across the world in a way that works for them.
Great. So before I ask about the Q&A, I wanted to put my moderator hat aside and share 2 cents from my personal perspective as well. What I love about the partnership and the genesis of it actually was the fact that all of us, meaning Cloud Office, Jumpcloud, and Google, have that synergy in terms of bringing combined value to our customers, partners, and friends. I love the fact that the partnership between Jumpcloud and Google started before we came along with Jumpcloud, and the product has been highly recommended as an extension of Google Workspace to actually compete at a technical level with Microsoft AD. So being able to bring that value to our customers, I think it's an immense distinguisher. And last but not least, obviously, that's not the price discussion, but because of that synergy, it's great that we're able to be very aggressive when it comes to combining and providing that kind of an economy of scale when Workspace is there and then when Jumpcloud is there in terms of price points. Okay, so with that being said, as I was saying, we are slightly ahead of schedule. Any Q&A anybody from the crowd would like to ask now, or we can take that during the networking?
Okay, can you hear me? I hope yes. Okay, I have one question. How easy is to get started with Jumpcloud?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
How easy? Oh, okay, you can hear me now. How easy is to get started with Jumpcloud?
Oh, how easy is it to get started with Jumpcloud? I think it's pretty easy. So you can go up on the site, you can sign up for an account, and you get a free trial, and you can start to deploy your devices, you can deploy applications, all of those things very, very quickly. So generally, I'd say people test it with a few different machines and applications, and that could take an hour or two to set up and test and figure out whether it could work for you. And then, of course, depending on the size of your organization and complexity of things that you want to test, you might take a lot longer, but it's pretty fast. And the team at Cloud Office can help you set that up. They can help walk through a trial. They can help make sure that you test all of the use cases that are important to you very, very quickly.
Thank you.
Hi. Can I use Jumpcloud to manage devices apart from the user? It's like phones, desktop machines. So is this possible with Jumpcloud?
Yes, you can. All 5 major operating systems, so Windows, Mac, Linux, iOS, Android, can all be managed from Jumpcloud.
Okay, and you mentioned that, this synergy with the cloud, can we manage also on-premise access, not only to cloud application? Is this possible with Jumpcloud?
Yes, it is. So obviously, not every organization is going to have everything in the cloud. There's lots of on-prem equipment. You know, we were talking earlier today that there's file servers sometimes on-prem because you have massive files that you need to store, and sending them to the cloud and back is not feasible. So we can manage those storage systems. We can manage on-prem applications through LDAP. We manage on-prem networking gear through Radius. So anything on-prem or in the cloud virtually can be managed by Jumpcloud.
Thank you very much.
We really want to be kind of a holistic solution for an organization.
Hello, I have technical question. Jumpcloud agent, it's connecting to jumpcloud.com, right?
Yes.
And in order to connect, you basically you have to have open network because you don't have static IPs, I believe, because we asked multiple times for static IPs for the firewall and the security reason because we are on-prem and we have something like 12,000 servers, but we cannot attach to the Jumpcloud because we asked multiple times for static IP. They give us 1 million IPs of AWS, which is ridiculous. Or the plan B is to have proxy, but we cannot ask for our clients, hey, dudes, set up a proxy for us.
Okay, so I'll need to ask the team about that. Have you talked to our support team about it?
Multiple times.
Multiple times. Okay, so I'll follow up with you afterwards.
Great.
And
I
I'll
have two more questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
The other question is about LDAP. Again, with strictly for the Linux, because LDAP it's not really robust and flexible. You have basically you cannot put custom key values and so on and so on. It's not really great to integrate it with Linux machines.
So on Linux machines, we don't actually advocate using LDAP. We have an agent that we suggest that you
I know,
use.
but for identity-based, basically one use case. Let's say you want to have a John user, John Doe, whatever, and you want to attach that to say some privileges to dot files and so on, or something like that, or to attach it to, let's say, to the Grafana and so on, something like that. It's not really flexible because you cannot create a custom key values and so on and so on.
Okay, I'm not sure I understood the question, but I'm not going to be as technical as you are. But what we can do is I can get the engineering team to talk to you about that specific use case. I'm not sure what you were trying to do with that. If that user is trying to connect to an application that's an LDAP-based application, or you're trying to use it on a Linux machine, is that, I'm not sure I can.
The end goal is to manage something like Linux machines.
Yeah.
The users, that's the end goal. But we have three big difficulties. The proxy, the static IP, which is the first one. The second one is the custom commands. When you have for the Linux, you can create custom command right in the menu, and you can push files, right? That's okay. But if you want to change the pushed file when you want to push it, you cannot. You have to delete the custom rule and have to create a new one. We spoke to the support multiple times, and they just said delete the rule and create a new one, which is not really great, again.
Okay, so why don't we talk offline, and we can,
okay.
we can go through all those, and I can send them to the team, and I'll escalate to our senior people in the organization.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions from the crowd?
Okay, cool. Then, in that case, following the agenda, it's the breakfast, coffee, and a bit of a networking time, and then subsequently we'll continue with Easy and Živko, who are going to be speaking more about the product side of our discussion. So let's be back in what, 10 minutes?
10 to 15 minutes.
10 to 15 minutes, and we'll continue. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thank you.
All right, so we're back from our networking break. Yeah, it works, doesn't it?
It works. 1, 1, 2.
So let's give the people like 30, 40 seconds to gather around, then we're going to continue. Look at that nice picture of you. Let me just test out if everything works. Cool. No technical issues.
Perfect.
All right, so we're ready to start, back from our networking break. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. Thank you to all the people that are online watching our event today. So we're going to continue our session with a panel discussion. We've prepared a couple of stuff that we want to go into with my colleague, Ezekiel Holstein, our channel manager from Jumpcloud. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Živko, and thank you for the entire Cloud Office team for having us here. Thank you, Rajat, as well, for coming along in this trip. We're very excited about our partnership. We're very excited to work together in several deals on how we can expand our reach in the market here. So, thank you.
All right. We had a couple of questions, from the crowd that came. How can they get started with Jumpcloud? So, what's the easiest way they can get started on?
Perfect. Yeah, I think Rajat covered it in his question before. So, Jumpcloud, we are really aiming to be a platform used by the actual users. So, everything is on our website. You can access our website. You can go there and create a free trial. Our trials, they don't limit any capabilities, so that's quite easy. So, you can go ahead and open a trial. They run for about 30 days. They have no limit in users. So you can go ahead and start using it. And if you need more than that, we always recommend get in touch with us, get in touch with the Cloud Office team. You will need professionals to help you along this journey because it's a new product that you're evaluating. So definitely, website is the first part. But talking to people that are doing this and doing the integration side of things definitely helps. It helps the times. It helps the evaluation to be shorter and be more efficient. And at the end of the day, we have certified professionals that are here to help you along with this path. So that's the whole point. Normally what we do in these sessions is we're mapping a little bit of the infrastructure. We're helping you discover the issues that you might not be aware that they're going to be part of the path. And then, just establish what are the priorities and what you're trying to accomplish and achieve with the solutions and how we're going to make the things play together. So coming back to the question, the first steps, you can start by yourself if you are highly technical and you want to play. Otherwise, just reach out to us. Reach out to Cloud Office here in Bulgaria and the CE. And you can also access in our website, you see a list of partners. So if you're not in this region and you're watching us online, we're here to help to make it as easy as you can.
Perfect. Thank you, brother. Right, so Jumpcloud is a feature-rich platform. In your experience, what are the most sought-out features that people come to?
There we have it. So, great question. I would say, normally we try to focus a bit on the larger picture. We do a lot of features. If you list the features, it's tens of them. But the idea is to focus on what's the practical use case that the company has at the moment. So, classic one would be, modernizing IT, or maybe moving to the cloud, maybe having a cohesive security posture, or trying to pass some sort of compliance that is needed in the industry or in general. So if you focus on these things, there's a lot of features that will be relevant for this particular use case. So in terms of features, a lot of the times we have clients, for instance, a classic use case is a client trying to pass a compliance and they need an MDM, multi-platform MDM that connects with their existing ecosystem, which can be complex and you don't want to have multiple solutions. So you try to have it as harmonized as possible, right? Mm-hmm. So what we do here, we can address particularly the MDM side of things, the device management side of things, right? Or maybe address the SSO, which is the access. So these are classic type of things. And maybe while we have this slide here, which we usually use in demos, but while we're all here, I think it's worth for us to see. Rajat was mentioning before how he built Jumpcloud, and it all started as an alternative to Active Directory, but fully cloud native. So we have these three pillars of what makes Jumpcloud. Based on identity management, which is, should I stand up to do this? I'll stand up. The identity management side of things, the access management side of things, and the device management side of things. And as you can see here, we were touching on this before. The SSO will be for accessing applications that are needed online. The LDAP and the radius will be for more traditional infrastructure. So definitely helping for companies doing the modernization. And then, well, device is totally agnostic, which solves a big issue for a lot of companies. I think we are the only ones that do this in the world. And then the directory sync, we can connect to any directory. So if you need to manage multiple ones, that's really a classic use case and something that we do. And as you can see, this is like a box, and everything comes back to insights from a security perspective. The fact that you can have logs on everything that's happening here, and that comes back to a single place, and that can be exported into like a SIEM, for instance, it's really, really good for audit compliance and just, you know, a cohesive security posture. So yeah, maybe I want a little bit of Rails, but that's a little bit of the idea of the different features and things that we have.
Perfect.
So maybe I'll ask you something now.
All right.
Yeah. On the onboarding side of things, right? So we know like onboarding is critical for any technology, and we want to make sure that this experience is smooth at Jumpcloud, right? So what does working with Cloud Office is bringing to the table for the clients?
All right. So I'll step back. As you said, like if you're happy to play and you're like fully technical and you have time to spend, go on the website, play with the tool. But if you're on a mission and you have time, and you don't have time, you need to complete the task, you need to do the change management, you need professionals on your side that can come, map, and implement the tool according to the best practices Jumpcloud has. All of us from Cloud Office are certified technically from Jumpcloud, so we can do the job that needs to be done in order for you to have the proper tools implemented the proper way. So this is a little bit of what we do. Long story short, usually this is followed by a process that we do. It's not only with Jumpcloud, we do it with every kind of other service that we provide. It's first discovery, we come, we see if Jumpcloud will fit your need, what are the terms, what are the features that will fit your needs. We proof of concept it with your team so you can see if the tool really does the job and how it does it. And after we've done, there's going to come a commercial part where our colleagues at Jumpcloud are going to provide, if possible, incentives to sweeten the deal so we can have the tools that you need to safeguard your organization.
Thank you. And perhaps to be a bit more concrete on this issue, because you know understanding the platform and the value that it brings is critical. So could you maybe expand on a particular use case that we've helped to do this, kind of like maybe like a recent client scenario without naming any names, but
yeah, I can name a few. Since we started with Jumpcloud, our license count quadrupled. It doesn't matter if it's like a big organization or a small organization; they all have like different needs that need attention. So I think one of the customers that we're still onboarding, it's like a lengthy process, even though they're a small organization. They're spread out around the world, so they need access to lots of devices, they're changing them frequently, and this is something ongoing for a couple of months. It's been difficult for them before they met Jumpcloud, as the needs and the tools that are currently available on the market don't fit exactly their needs and specifically their budget. You know, a patchwork of tools is much more expensive than getting one tool that will do the job for everybody else. We're doing a large-scale deployment of a e-gaming company here in Bulgaria, which is, I think, like over 1,000 licenses. That's a real complex deployment. Again, the deployment is taking months, but it's taking months so we can ensure that the best practices are in play, that the best and secure features that the organization needs are as well there, and they're available for them. Organizations like these, they take not so much time into deciding whether this platform will fit their need, but more of the proof of concept part. So we like to spend time with any kind of customer proving that this platform will fit their needs and if it's going to solve all the challenges they currently have. So I guess we can mention that. We can also mention that we're currently getting the proof of concept phase. I think this is like the biggest phase in any kind of flow that we're doing. It's the proof of concept to see if the tool, because it's a complex platform, to see if the tool will fit any organization. We have, I think it's a real estate development company, again, like 300 people spread across CEE, that we're doing a proof of concept for them. Legacy systems, old as my grandma, needs to be replaced. It's very difficult to map everything to the current infrastructure. Yeah, but we love tough jobs because nobody wants to take them, and this is something that, you know, is sweet for us and we like to do it. So yeah, these are a couple of clients that we've been working on the past couple of months. As I said, providing proof that the platform will work is our biggest, I cannot call it challenge, but our biggest goal. We want the customer to know what he's getting, what he's buying, and why he's buying it for. So these are three pillars that we need to solve when we go into any kind of meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. And by working with Jivco too, I want to say that we usually, when we approach companies that are having issues, we are solution selling. We're not trying to sell a product. We're trying to help the companies with their issues. That's why the earliest that we can have conversations is the best, because we can help you prioritize, I guess you would say in English, prioritize, and yeah, just attack what's really important for the agenda to cover right now. So coming back to the question before, sometimes you will need right now to solve like an access issue, and sometimes not. Oh, this is super cool. Would you like me to speak about this?
Yeah, why not? Seamless user lifecycle management is, I think, one of the biggest issues that Jumpcloud solves, specifically for many of the organizations that I've spoken about. Onboarding users, new hires when they come in, this is an issue for them. You know, you have so much overhead, so many people. It would be good for them to understand that Jumpcloud as well provides seamless user onboarding.
Absolutely. So this is really, really a key value from having an identity access management tool combined with everything else that Jumpcloud is doing. So this is the idea. A single user identity, we establish the identity first. We're connecting to either your HR system, your existing directory, or we build your directory directly with us if you don't have one. So as you see here, one password, MFA for everyone. You can even do self-service password reset if you need. So from the single user identity, we can move into zero-touch deployment, which allows you, if you have like a remote workforce, to be able to ship computers and have the people starting to work from really day one, which, matter of fact, was my experience in Jumpcloud. We are remote first. I work based out of Tel Aviv. I got my computer shipped by, the Mac dealership in Tel Aviv, and I was working from day one, which is amazing. Because I've been working in companies before that it takes about a week to start working actually, to get all the access done. So the zero-touch deployment, the app lifecycle management, everything can be provisioned from the get-go. So you can do it according to the individuals, according to groups, and establish all the metrics kind of like from the IT team before, and then it's super easy. So if these values are given in advance in the HR system or in the directory, it's just like onboards automatically, which is fabulous. You get the authorization with the group base, as I was mentioning before. You can get conditional access for security control, for enhanced security, which is a very big use case that we deal with a lot, helping companies become really way more secure. And then, the bitter end, the offboarding. Nobody works forever in the same company. When that happens, you want to make sure it's smooth, it's as painless as possible, and it's as secure as possible. You're not leaving any doors open. So we can make sure that happens. Or if, you go to a Starbucks and you forget your computer, you want to make sure that it's locked right now. Or if it's, so you can maybe recover it. Or if you want to erase it remotely, there's a lot of things that we can do there. So yeah, that's a little bit on the user lifecycle management, just helping it to become as a smooth process as it can be.
In your experience, what are the other high-level features that people are looking to Jumpcloud for?
Out of which ones of these?
Well, usually for me, it's single user identity, logging into everyone's.
Exactly. So that's a massive, massive point. People come to us because they need to be able to access the applications that they need to access in a secure way, and really, literally from the get-go. So we have a connection natively to over 900 apps. Using simple protocols, we can also connect to anyone that's not in the network. And if you have something that's it's not so easy to connect, as we're also doing now, we can connect to our product team and just make sure we're giving you support on that journey to be able to connect to what you need. So that's a very important feature on the SSO side of things.
All right, perfect. Before we move on, are there any questions in the crowd? Would anybody want to ask something? I don't think we do. Perfect. All right, so we can go forward then. Yeah, consolidating a patchwork of tools. This is what Jumpcloud does, and
Yes,
it's doing it really good, doesn't it? So let's talk about a little bit why Jumpcloud is so good of a solution. Not only from a commercial perspective, but from a technical point of view.
Absolutely. So as you can see here, basically we have two columns, one with a bunch of different competitors in the market that we have, which we like to call point solutions. They can be great solutions in themselves, but they're doing in one specific thing. With Jumpcloud, you can have one platform for everything. So from an IT admin perspective, from a security perspective, from a technology perspective, from an ecosystem perspective, it's much easier to have a solution that encompasses all of these things and does it in a way that's coordinated, that's harmonized, that's synced with one another. So that's what we're doing, not from a commercial point of view. From a commercial point of view, if all these people are there in the middle, everyone's making money, right? So by concentrating them, the solution is going to be cheaper. So usually when we have commercial conversations, we're trying to help people understand, okay, what's the total cost of ownership of having an employee in the company? How much are you paying per month or per year to have a person running and active? And then compare that to what would it look like with Jumpcloud. And we see that it drops by a lot. So that's a use case here which we can share, but this is an MSP that we work with in the US that, reduced by over 6x their total cost of ownership, which is amazing. So all companies are trying to reduce costs at all times. We help it make the IT side of things much, much more seamless. And at the end of the day, it will be cheaper if you're comparing to all the other solutions that you will need. So yeah, would you like me to focus on any one of these specifically, or just as a big picture kind of scenario?
Yeah, the big picture, I think, fills in all the gaps. It really does save a lot of, if you're talking about the commercial perspective, because our region is more commercially oriented. But it really does save you from overhead. It really does save you from IT management, from security point of view, and then the commercial point of view, it comes along. So I don't have any other slides, but I would like to talk a little about what we do at Cloud Office and how we can help any kind of organization that would like to implement Jumpcloud now. Our team is fully certified to help you along the way with implementing Jumpcloud in your organization, as well as tackling any kind of proof of concept cases that you would like to see and resolve. We're very open to anybody that would like to book a call with us. You have a QR code on your badges. We'll be happy with our technical team to come and help you see if you can solve the challenges that you currently have. Those proof of concepts we don't do to charge money. We do it for you to understand if this platform will fit your needs, and if it does fit your needs, how it will be implemented into your organization. So these are part of the stuff that we do, and for a great start, as Izzy said, even if you're completely technical, we've seen that, it's always good to have somebody from a partner side of view, from Jumpcloud side of view, to be here with you to hold your hands if it's needed, so you can get the tools implemented the correct way and the way that your organization needs to use them. Yeah.
Absolutely. And if you have any scenarios like this, we've worked many times with Jivko, we are happy to jump in conversations as well. So to help on the vendor side of things, to make sure you have the support that you need along the way, from the beginning all the way to being a successful user after an eventual purchase, right?
That's great. That's great. Yes, this was all that we had as any kind of slides for you guys. We would be happy to take in any questions if you have regarding the platform or how it can be implemented into your organization. Again, do we have any questions coming in from the crowd? We don't have anything. All right, perfect. Easy, Raj, thank you guys. It was a pleasure to have you here today with us at this event. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for this event. We're going to do a couple of closing remarks. Thanks for everybody that's online watching us right now. It was our first event that we did with our colleagues from Jumpcloud, many more to come. We're happy to see that so many customers of Jumpcloud came to see how we can help them, how we can improve their current setup, and we're happy to do so. So thank you, everybody, for joining today. My name was Jivko. I am a digital transformation expert here at Cloud Office. I was happy enough to present everything to you today. So thank you, and have a good day.